Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Mean Man Cooks. In today's episode, we are going to see a mutton chukka. Let's see the ingredients required. Quarter kg of mutton with the bone, about 150 to 200 grams of shallots, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste freshly made, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of pepper freshly ground, half a teaspoon of dhania or coriander powder, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of plain red chili powder, a teaspoon of jeera, curry leaves a few, 2 tablespoons of gingerly oil, salt to taste. Let's adopt the ancient method. We'll crush the shallots coarsely. While crushing whether it's ginger garlic or your shallots, always place a thick napkin below the pestle so that your granite doesn't get damaged. And to ensure that it doesn't jump and fall out, you can also cover it like this and knock it inside so that the ingredients remain intact inside the pestle. Now let's pressure cook the mutton with all the other ingredients. So I have lit the stove and the cooker's on the gas. So let's add the 2 tablespoons of gingerly oil to the hot cooker. Wait for a minute, let the oil heat up. And now let's add the jeera. You can see the jeera crackling. So we'll add the curry leaves. Now take a look at the crushed shallots. I'm adding the shallots to the hot oil. We have to brown them a little, so now it's time to add a pinch of salt. I've added half a teaspoon of salt. As soon as it browns, we'll add the ginger garlic paste. So shallots are a little brown now. We'll add the ginger garlic paste so that the raw smell of the ginger garlic also goes into the hot oil. So the raw smell is gone. Now let's add the mutton. Now the mutton has changed color. So let's add the chili powder, the coriander powder and the black pepper powder. All the masalas, the powders are blended well with the mutton, so we'll add about half a cup of water, mix it well and pressure cook it. In the beginning, we added about half a teaspoon of salt to the shallots. Now let's add another half a teaspoon. Mix and close the cooker. You can see the steam. So let's place the stopper in place. Always immerse shallots in some water for at least half an hour. That enables very easy peeling. After peeling, you can again drop them in water. After cutting, don't ever drop them in water. If your eyes burn for 10-12 times, you will struggle a wee bit. After that, you'll get used to it. So that was the 6th whistle we heard. Let's switch off the gas. I've allowed it to rest. The pressure is released. I think we can open and check if the mutton is done. It looks done. We are making a mutton chukka, which means we'll transfer it into a kadai and fry it dry. You can retain it this way and use it as a gravy for your idli dosas. There's already enough oil in the meat. If you are going to light the gas first, then you need to add at least half a spoon of oil to the kadai. If you're going to add the meat to the kadai and then light your gas, you don't have to add any oil, because the heat of the kadai will burn the mutton. That's why you need to add a little oil if you're switching on the stove first. Smells really good. I love the smell of pepper and the shallots. Just added a little water to the cooker. Now let's fry it nice and dry. This is Sumati Arumugam's version of mutton chukka. Thanks, Sumati. She's enjoying our videos on Mean Man Cooks and has very graciously sent me a half a dozen recipes already. Very soon I'll be bringing them all to you as well. Let it fry nicely if it's a chukka fry. If you're going to use it as an accompaniment for idli or dosa, instead of adding water, you could add half a cup of coconut milk or a tablespoon of coconut paste. That also makes the gravy very, very tasty. Fry till nice and dry. That should take about 7 to 10 minutes at least. And you can also check the taste right now, the gravy, if the mutton is cooked. If you need to add salt, you can add it now. If it's not spicy enough, add a little more pepper powder and balance it, and then fry it nice and dry. If you want to serve this dish restaurant style, you switch off the gas at this point of time, and whenever you're serving the dish, quickly heat up a teaspoon of oil, add a few chopped onions in it, let them brown a little, and then you add this gravy and quickly cook it on a high flame so that the oil gets into the dish, the onions become succulent, and it tastes just like your restaurant mutton chukka. Even if you're going to have it a little later in the day, put it off at this stage, and when reheating, it comes to the nice and dry consistency. It's a very simple dish, very few ingredients, no laborious work. I'm sure you're waiting to try it. Transfer your mutton chukka to a serving bowl, but leave just a few teaspoons of the gravy in it. Add some steamed rice, mix it in the wok itself, and eat it. You'll enjoy it. We used to fight for this kadai sadam several years back. Viewers, I'm sure you're inspired by Sumati Arumugam, and you will soon be sharing your recipes with me, and I will shoot the video exclusively for you and for all the other viewers as well. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meanman.com. For all your non-veg requirements as well, click on meanman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.